Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today I wanted to discuss when does collecting become hoarding. Before I actually get into my discussion, you have to ask yourself, what type of collector are you? So are you the type of collector that you collect the games you are actually interested in and want to play, or are you collecting just for the sake of collecting and the thrill of the hunt on getting the best deal that you can? While you're pondering this question, collecting becomes hoarding to me is when you bite off more than what you can chew. You just keep buying and buying and buying games, and you don't consider the room that you have in your home, like your whole floor in your room or wherever your gaming space is filled up to the brim of video games, and you can't display them properly on shelves, or you run out of room in your storage, whether it be a closet or like your garage or something, and you just have piles of games on the floor, and it's starting to get in the way of your daily routine, and you're kind of looking down at the games that are on the floor, and you're like, what am I doing? Like the thrill of the hunt is nice, but if it's putting the games on the floor and getting in the way, is it really worth going out and buying these games? Like I mentioned before, I think downsizing your game collection is very healthy, very normal to do, but it is very difficult. But when it comes to that point where the games are on your floor, you really gotta ask yourself, why am I collecting the games the way I collect? Because if you don't, you can get to that point and it can get even worse, and you're spending more money than you probably should on this hobby, even though you got most of those games on sale, hopefully. And you really gotta just go through all your games and just get rid of the ones that you know you're never going to play. And you can manage your space so it looks nice and tidy instead of a nightmare that you see on Hoarding on the TV show. If you're like myself and collect the games that you're genuinely interested, and you see my collection back here, every game I have the intention of playing, but of course it's not realistic for me to actually get to everything. But that's why I think going through all your games and letting go of some of them is important and healthy. That way you can maintain your space and it doesn't look too terrible, even though behind me it does look a little cluttered. But like I've said, I've been going through my games, and I will definitely go through my games again at some point this year and get rid of more that I know I'm never going to miss. And I actually did get rid of a little more apart from the second video that I made of downsizing my games. I actually sent a couple of games to my friend so he can sell on eBay to help him out with his store, and I can make a little bit of money as well as himself. You have to make sure that this hobby does not get in the way of the rest of your life, because if it's piling up on the floor and getting in your way, then it's a problem. You really have to look yourself in the mirror and figure out what it is that you want and why you collect the games. So let's say that you do have games that are on your floor, or you have stacks upon stacks of games in your closet or in your garage, but you want to make room for other stuff. Go through your games and look at the games that you've owned for years, like 5+ years, and ask yourself, am I really going to play this, or am I going to miss this? And I know when it comes to video games, believe it or not, we all have memories, cherished memories from our youth or throughout our years gaming, whether it be playing with our friends, playing with family members. Some of these games do have sentimental value, and it's okay to keep those. But the other games that you've bought that were on sale or otherwise, and you know you're never going to play and you've owned them for that long time, it's okay to let go. You know, if you bought the game and you forgot about it like a couple of days after you bought it, even though you said to yourself, I'm going to play this relatively soon, and it's now drowning in the sea of all the games that you own, it's time to look at that game and let it go. Because truth be told, if you let that game go and you sell it, more likely than not, you're going to forget about owning that game at all in a couple of days. So now that the game is gone, that guilt of not playing it is also gone. So that's why I wanted to really drive home that you have to ask yourself, the type of collector you are, because you can easily drown in a sea of games, and the only way out is to get rid of them. And you really have to think about it and make sure you get rid of the games that you know you're not going to miss, because it is easy to just say screw it, I'm getting rid of everything, and then you end up regretting it. Because a lot of the people that collect video games now, most of us probably got rid of our childhood collections throughout the years, and we feel incredibly guilty because of that. I certainly do, and that's why I have amassed this many games, because I'm able to do it myself. And that's why when someone gives me a game, whether it be friends or family, I never let those games go anymore, because those people that I care about purchased those games for me with their hard-earned money. So I don't feel right getting rid of those, but the games that I paid for myself, I don't have a problem really getting rid of them because I paid for them myself. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know your thoughts on this topic. Anyways, guys, thank you.